Hello, Troy A. Shadowtronics, your Clutter Reporter. Still learning how to use things. Um, so I'm just now starting to get caught up on videos from YouTube and seeing everybody doing all their channel plans and everything for the new year. And I just thought, why don't I do something like that? I tried recording something last night. I honestly wasn't happy with it. That's why, for those of you with the Clutter Reports, this is a bit late. For those of you at BW, maybe it's early. It depends on when I get everything all set up. At any rate, there won't be a Jake and Leon comic this week. Um, Hopefully, we'll be coming on strong with those next week. Um, so, but what I'm going to be talking about in this video kind of affects both those websites and YouTube and various other projects that I have coming up. And all of it hinges on one particular detail, is that this year I would like to start working more on my creative side. Last year was just a real drain. Even though I'm here at home, I'm seeing friends dealing with the lockdown. I'm seeing other people deal with the lockdown. Everybody's worried about the 2020 plague, and that's fine. I'm not saying don't. But those people are like not worried at all the effect the lockdown having on people, because they're more scared of this bug than what happens after the bug. Like, okay, yeah, sure, you're healthy, maybe. Other people are dead for other reasons. I'm not going to get into politics or any of that. I'm not, everybody's screwed up so much everywhere that I don't know who to believe anymore on this whole thing. So that's pretty much my stance on that. Doesn't matter which political side you hate, they all screwed up. Nobody is innocent of not screwing up, or nobody's innocent of screwing up. Everybody's screwed up somewhere on both sides. With that, my plans for this year, like I said, I want to get a bit more on my creative side, but I don't know if I want to. It's not simply a point of let's jump right into making tons of videos and work hard on the comics. This is going to be kind of a setup year for me. I want to learn software. I want to learn how to use software. I want to learn how to use Blender. I want to learn how to use. I got to get the updated video editor because this one is just way outdated and doesn't want to run anything anymore. So I got to get new. I got to get Clip Studio. Clip Studio Paint gets updated, but if we get the stimulus check, and that's been handled poorly. The last check was handled really poorly. I won't even get into that. That gets even more into politics. But if we get that third one, I may try to get a new laptop to use on my art computer, and then the XP will become a gaming computer for all my old games, and I can still do stuff with that, because right now you can't play older games on Windows 10, like Windows 95. I even have some Windows 3 games, I think. Windows XP games. A lot of them do not run on my new Windows 10 that I had to get some of the first stimulus money for. So, those of you who've been following stuff I've been wanting to do, I've been trying to do a Let's Play of this thing in one form or another for the past few years. I haven't been able to get it to run and record. So, we'll see what's going to happen with that. But I want to get more into the video making, logo making, intro making, really get into making more comics. And so everything that's going to happen with the Clutter Reports and with BW Media Spotlight are going to be based around that. And so I want to talk about those individually on those fronts. From the Clutter Report side, from the BW side, and then from a general creation side. So I'm going to try to put timestamps in so you can just jump to whichever segment interests you. If you're not interested in the whole thing, then that's fine. So I'm going to get the Clutter Report people out of the way, and because They may not be interested in my creative works, in my articles, but they're interested in my clutter maintenance. Which, by the way, this week's project, in case you're curious, I made this less of a mess. I moved the computer over here. I had a lot of stuff stuffed in this little area, little space here. So I moved it over, but the computer can fit fine there. So I stuck it there. It's easier to reach the power button and anything else that I might need to reach. And then I just put the junk over there. I wish I could have put the comics over here, like I had them, because that's just a good place to have them. They can slide under here, but there's not enough. They're too long to fit into this space here, even if I push this down all the way. So I gotta put them there now. Wow, the color really got screwed up there, didn't it? Getting all yellow. My computer's not usually that yellow. So it's actually, so you can see more junk, but it's actually better organized. It actually looks better in the long run. So that's a weird thing about clutter. I'm noticing that sometimes it looks better when it's more spread out. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that other space that you saw next to the computer. Stuff I can put back there, and so it's still a work in progress for me. But I hope to eventually have this looking a lot better, because that will help out with the productivity for doing stuff over here. Not much to really say what I'm going to do as far as the art corner, outside of what I mentioned with the computer situation. Right now, this laptop is still good enough. I still do Jake and Leon on here. I can still do some other projects on there. I didn't get EX because I didn't really need it. I don't really want to update my photo software because I don't need to spend that money. The stuff that I do in photos the photo thing is just fine there. A lot of the art stuff I moved over to Clip Studio Paint. Do need to update video software, and then I gotta figure out what to do with the old discs. I can't just get an upgrade anymore. I don't think I can. It would be nice if I could just simply upgrade it. It would be cheaper. But so what's the point of just figure out what to do with these old versions of software that I have that I don't need, unless I need the product information or something. So we'll see what happens on that front. But mainly, I want to turn this room into something that's a lot more productive for my creative pursuits, and that's going to mean going through my videos, going through my books, going through my comics, going through my Transformers. I really need to find a good way to sell some of this stuff off. There's a bunch of research. I tried selling some of the untranslated manga on eBay, and nobody wanted it. So I don't know about this other stuff. I may try to do some of that stuff. Really, the effort is to try to cut down my collections, and I'm focusing more on this than I am in my room. But I would like to do some stuff in there too. So it's not like I'm not blocking that out entirely. It's just the focus is organizing this into decent workspace for my other projects. So that's kind of my clutter goal as far as this year. So now we go on to what's going on with my website, BW Media Spotlight, and with YouTube, because YouTube, I do occasionally make a video for the Clutter Reports, but most of the time YouTube works with BW Media Spotlight and with projects I'm doing there. I do want to start doing some more on the video side. One of the reasons I want to use Blender and learn the animation of clips in Clip Studio Paint is I want to be able to make intros for other video series I want to produce. I hope to get at least one of those done this year, but my focus with BW as far as YouTube goes is I have this video that I'm trying to finish. It's sort of some unfinished business from Kineticon 2015, and It's not a panel or anything. It's something I did with a bunch of other people. And once I've got that figured out, then I will be in a situation where I want to go back to the other videos and start putting in captions, putting in subtitles, the stuff for the annotations are gone, to put something in there so that people can still link, so still be linking to other related videos that way. So once I get this video done, I'm going to focus on that. Then I want to get back and finish going over the Robotech videos. I did Macross and Clash of the Bionoids, which I was hoping to do alongside the start of the Robotech Macross Saga comics. That didn't work out. I was hoping to do a review of Robotech the movie before I did the adaptation. That didn't work out. I was hoping to do the Robotech 2, the Sentinels, the few episodes that were made before I started reviewing the comics. That didn't work out. I'll be lucky at this point. I'm lucky if I get done before the time I get to Prelude to the Shadow Chronicles, which was going to lead into an actual review of the Shadow Chronicles. But at this point, who cares? Just might as well just do them all together and move on to the next topic at this point, just as I can get them done. I still have this ultimate goal. Well, not ultimate goal. Let's say the ultimate-ish current goal is still to do a video a month, and I have not been able to do that. But like I said, this year is more about setup, so that's why I want to learn to use software, learn to do stuff with it, and then the video projects will come out of that. I don't think I need a new camera because it's HD, but it's not 4K. But I mean, most of the stuff I review isn't in HD, so at that point I'm not that concerned if my stuff is in 4K or not, because a lot of stuff I talk about is not in 4K. It's all old stuff. I mean, just putting it widescreen is a bit different because most of the stuff that I review on the video side are pre-widescreen. So let me just write. So you'd have like the bars and everything. So it seems almost pointless to get 4K for what I do. So what I have now is, as long as it's working, it's still good. It's just, this is what I was saying with the laptop. It's still good now, but if I can upgrade, I would. But the videos, I don't think I need to right now. Maybe someday, but not currently. Just as long as it's in HD, I think it'll still be okay, even though the stuff I review is old SD stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. But on the article side, I want to, like I said, I'm going to learn more about the features in Clip Studio Paint, stuff people like. Everybody knows what it's like. What I do is do this art piece. I like to use multiply. I don't know what multiply is. I don't know all these other featured art. I like to learn some of the basics. I basically need Clip Studio for Dummies. No, because Douglas Hill does Clip Studio for Dummies, and he doesn't talk about that. I need Clip Studios for morons. Is what I need, because I don't know what add, multiply, burn. I don't really know what all these things do. So, and nobody talks about it because they figure, well, they're all people who graduated from Photoshop and they are doing comics in Photoshop, so they know how to use those features. I don't. Meanwhile, I'm doing shadow using the shadow tool. And I seem to be the only one doing that. And I think I'm on the creative when I should have been talking BW, but so I'll come back to that later. As far as BW, there are some, art of storytelling was meant to be a Friday night feature. It kind of hasn't. I haven't really done art of storytelling in a while, so I may just make it a recurring article feature. I want to try to do an art of storytelling article this week, so I may just maybe one of the recurring features, like Recomic and Scott or Scanning My Collection. I want to do one, and this kind of ties into the creative stuff. I want to do a bit more I want to try and bring back Reconstruction Zone and Recovered. and do an article series about logos, because I basically want to start getting myself to do more artistic stuff. The problem is I keep sleeping so much and keep having to sleep in the afternoons, and that's cutting into my time to do pretty much anything at this point, and it's kind of annoying. My sleep cycle is garbage right now, and so that's kind of affected content. And it's like I have money, but I can't go anywhere because everything's shut down. Before, I could go anywhere I wanted to, but I didn't have any money to do anything when I got there. So it's been kind of strange, but I want to work on it, and I also wanted to start trying to not burn myself out too. So, like, I want to take on these other things, but I don't want to burn myself out. And that's why I took the break in December. That's why I decided I'm going to take a break on my birthday. I may take one a season, like one break in the spring, one break in the summer, one break in the fall, one break in the winter. See if I can do something so that you have content while I'm technically taking the break. But if not, then I don't want to kill myself for something that I'm not even making money off of right now. I'm making nothing. The ad revenue on the site, that's all going to WordPress. Any video ads you may be seeing on videos here at YouTube, that's going to Google. I'm not seeing anything right now because I'm not popular enough to have my views. You gotta have X number of views. You gotta have X number of subscribers just to be allowed to put videos up, just to allowed to monetize. To actually make money after that takes even more views and even more probably even more subscribers. And if I do something, if I do try to do something with live stream, and I'll talk about that in a moment. I think I do something to drink. Hang on. I'm going to try to do something on the streaming side. I can't do super chats. I can't do anything monetary related. I can't even if I got a Teespring store, which I don't know if anybody is jonesing for BW merchandise. If you are, let me know. I'll see what I can come up with. But I don't see. I can't really monetize anything BW on a BW right now. So this is more or less just distracting myself from the fact that I can't really work right now. Even when the lockdowns are over, how do you work when you've got a hernia, when you're tired a lot, and when you're in the bathroom for a half hour? Maybe there's ways to do it. I haven't discovered them yet. And if I do discover something, it's like not easy. You could say doing writing for other sites, but if I'm doing freelance, you basically are fighting with all these other people for the right to do this thing. It may not even be something you're up to discussing. So that's like the only thing I can think of that I can do, and I found it's a lot tougher to get work that way than you think. So that's why the stimuluses have been nice, but that's why I want to try and sell off some of this stuff I don't want. I know other people might want. If I don't think anybody's going to want it, then I'll get rid of it. If it's something that I think somebody else might want, then I'll try and sell it. So that kind of goes back to Clutter Report a bit. And it's kind of the connection. Everything's kind of connected up lately. But I want to try. So outside of those article things, I don't really have any extra to do on the article side. Outside of bringing back some of the stuff where I can draw. I do want to learn software so I can make better video productions. I may not need 4K Ultra HD, whatever else they've got out there right now. But I still want to get for what I do need. I still want to make quality stuff. I still want to make really cool intros. I still want to make some of the other series I want to do would have a dedicated intro. The BW video review really doesn't. It's just me drawing the video's thumbnail, which works fine for it. But for some of these other projects, I want to make more dedicated intro, and I just want to get more creative anyway. I mean, I'm not, I don't really want to make miniatures or any of that, but just with drawing and maybe playing around with animation a bit. This is good because I can use this stuff in other projects. This is so I can tie everything back together. So that's kind of what I want to do. It's kind of what I want to do on that front. And so I wanted to, that's why I want to take and learn this other software, and the article series, frankly, is going to help me learn some of this stuff, and some of these other projects are going to help me learn some of this stuff, and at the same time allow me to make some stuff, because I've gotten YouTube subscribers, and outside of Art Sound Off, I haven't really posted anything to YouTube since the Clash of the Bionoids review. So I mean, thank you all for coming. I want to make, whether you're subscribed to my website or subscribed here, either through email, RSS, or what other options are out there. I want you to, I don't want you to think you're wasting your time being here or wasting your time having anything list. I want to give you guys some interesting stuff, because it means you like some of the stuff I've done and you want to see more, and I want to give you more. I want to do more. I want to be creative. I want to get my energies back in place. But I think this year is going to be more. I still want to put out content. I think my focus is on learning to use software and making this place into a more productive studio. And once I start getting better with all that stuff and doing intros and doing videos, I want to start doing more art pieces. I want to start doing more comic stuff. In fact, put this out here. Anyone remember this? The production book for Captain Yuletide. You can see me starting to put it together under the BW World Building Project playlist, or category, depending on which site you're watching this on. I want to finish this. I want to get caught up with all of the stuff I have in here now, so I can start creating the new characters that I got to put in here, and really have all of the lore and stuff done. So when I do this year's Captain Yuletide, I'm working from a full guidebook, and I want to start doing more Captain Yuletide. But I want to. So this year is also trying to get Captain Yuletide set up. But there's other video or comic projects that I want to start doing. Stuff that I might actually get to sell them for. Captain Yuletide was just a little fun thing for Christmas. Jake and Leon is art practice and an extra bit of commentary and just something I have fun doing. But I have all these other comic ideas that I want to do something with, and that's one of my goals. As well. But in order to do that, I need to start putting stuff together. So that's basically what this year is going to be. Is set up, but I still want to. But part of doing this setup is making content, because that's practice. That's the stuff that I want to be doing is to help me get better, and it may lead to something down the road. So it may not be until 2022 that I start really making stuff out of this. So hopefully some of the clutter sell off, the Transformers, the books, the comics, the untranslated manga, whenever I go through with the videos. Hopefully that can help me out a bit. Is that the right word? No. So we'll see what happens on that front. That's basically my 2021 goals, is to start really learning how to do stuff and the sooner I learn how to do the stuff, learn how to use stuff, the sooner I'll be able to learn how to make stuff using that stuff. So I hope that what comes out this year is to your liking. I hope that it leads to better things down the road, and I can, feel free to give me some advice. Feel free to, Probably want to do a little more along the way. What am I talking now? I want to do more with putting together progress reports and getting advice, getting feedback, and start really trying to improve to something that I can start making good stuff with. So that's pretty much what I want to say. I did say it better than I just said it in the previous video. But I hope you guys stick around. I hope you enjoy what I do, and I hope I get better at it. So if you want to follow everything I do, bwspotlight.com is links to everything. Links to the Clutter Reports, which is at clutterreport.wordpress.com. bwspotlight.com links to that, links to DeviantArt, links to the YouTube channel, links to everything else that I'm working on, and it also links to some really cool stuff to check out, and of course my reviews, my commentaries, and currently my comics. One thing I like to do at some point is have my own dedicated website just for the comics. So Jake and Leon and Captain Yuletide may still be at BW Media Spotlight, but I'll have this other site where I'm doing comic creating. But we'll see what happens with that. Hope this year is better than last year. I have my doubts in certain areas, but I won't get into that. But because I hope to make my work a respite from the crap that's going on the internet, from social media, from the news, from everything else. Some place where we can all gather together, find mutual ground, have fun, and just hopefully make the world a better place to hang out in. So, that's it with that. I wish you all happy creating, happy watching, happy reading, and it's out there this year. And bye.